Energy is a little bit more interesting because it's not as finite. Everybody's energy levels are different, so it's more of a renewable source. That's why it's really important that we've got to take care of ourselves. But here is a universal fact when it comes to energy. All of us have a natural chronotype, which basically means how we spend our energy, our sleep cycles, our natural rhythms. And Daniel Pink talks about this in the book When. And he talks about it's not just what you do, but when you do it is just as important. Who's in here an early bird? Maybe you're a part of the 4 a.m., 5 a.m. club. Okay? What about any night owls? Anybody get their best creative work done at night? Okay? What about somewhere in between? Yeah, okay, that's me too, that's most of us. So, no matter when you do things, right, for you personally, we're all going to experience these three things that Dan Pink talks about in the book When. There is a peak energy state, and then we go through what he calls the trough, a dip in that energy, and then we have a rebound. And most of us, we have to try to fill in our work through this flow in the workday. You don't want to do your most important stuff when you're tired, you're drained, right? That's going to be a waste of your energy. So here's another app. I love apps, right? I love technology, but don't over-index on the tech stuff. Just take into heart the concepts here. So this is an app called Rise. It actually will do the work for you. It will know based off of your phone activity, and especially if you connect it into a wearable like Whoop or Apple Health or whatever, it's going to know like are you moving, are you sleeping, are you doing certain things? So it will spit out a report showing you your natural circadian rhythm. When we start to plot these things out, let's combine our time and energy. Let's think about that. So as you're getting up for the day, it's a great time to do your warm-up routine. And then as you're experiencing the peak energy, that's when you want to schedule your high-value deep work, your high-value tasks. And I think of that as more like an athlete. And I call it my D zone because I need to be disciplined. I have to lead with the mindset of discipline to get that work done. And then I get into my flexibility zone, my F zone, where I'm more like an artist. That's when I'm doing my meetings, right? That's when I'm doing admin work. I'm batching my emails. As my energy wanes, that stuff, frankly, I could do hungover. And so that's the kind of work that you want to think about when you're going through your energy dip. Could you do it hungover? Do that. And then as you're getting that creative rebound, right, I want to think more like a scientist. This is my C zone, my curiosity zone. So good activities to do here are like reflection, planning, any creative strategy you want to think through for a client or prospect. And then you end the day with a shutdown routine. So mentally, you're no longer having work occupying your mind and you can go be present in other areas of your life. And then the last zone is like other performers in other arenas, right? We take care of our recovery. We prioritize that. So rest and recovery so you can sleep well. Things aren't nagging at you, pulling you out of sleep at night. And this is the quarter method that I'm talking about. So this is like the elite mode for purposeful performers that I coach, is think about it, your day in quarters. High value deep work, categorize that, get it done, schedule it, block it off. The flexibility might be the longest part of your day, right? Because we're in sales, we have to interact with others, but be thoughtful and purposeful about blocking that quarter off. And then have a zone, even if it's really short, a quarter that's dedicated to thinking back, how did your day go? What went well? How do I repeat it? What didn't go well? How do I improve it? What am I grateful for? Right? That puts us in a mindset of not being occupied with bad news, and we stay centered on what's working well for us and being intentional and purposeful about what we want to accomplish. And then the fourth zone is obviously our rest and recovery, right? Using tools like Whoop to understand, are we recovering well? Are we sleeping well? Are we amping up our battery? This one, this is kind of a cool one. I learned the 10-3-2-1 rule from Craig Ballantyne in the Perfect Day Formula. And this is the way it works. So 10 hours try to cut off caffeine before bedtime. So the reason being that caffeine can last in your body for up to 10 hours, right? So you don't want it disrupting your sleep. So be thoughtful about that afternoon espresso run, right? Maybe start to cut that back or eliminate it. 3 hours before bed, no more food. And hopefully, right, at least 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours, no more alcohol, right? Because your body has to metabolize that, and it's going to affect your sleep, right? If we do it too close to bed. 2 hours before bed, no more work, right? We're going to have that cognitive residue if we're looking at emails, responding to coworkers on Slack, right, too late in the night. So just cut off 2 hours before bed, no more work. And then try to eliminate screen time. Turn off the TV, right? Put the smartphone away, right? Put the tablet away. Pick up a book, bond with your spouse, whatever it is. But that last hour, take a hot shower, try to wind down.